Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Valdez and welcome to the College of Teacher Education Instructors Orientation. So, this is my name and I am the Program Coordinator of the College of Teacher Education. So, without so much ado, let's continue. First is with the program outcomes. The College of Teacher Education minimum standards for the BE-Ed program or the other programs are expressed in the following minimum set of learning outcomes. First one, students must articulate and discuss, sorry for the spelling, the latest developments in the specific field of practice. So it is a must for us teachers to be abreast with the developments in our field, especially the curricula, because we need to cascade whatever we have known of the new curriculums or curricula to our students. Second one, effectively communicate orally and in writing using both mother tongue Filipino and English. So if we see that they need improvement in their mother tongue or in Filipino or in English, no matter what subject we are teaching, may it be math, may it be science, or may it be Filipino, it's our responsibility um, to correct them. And then, third one, work effectively and independently in multidisciplinary and multicultural teams. So, we are teachers and we are dealing with future teachers who will be soon dealing with learners. So it's a must. Also, it's very important that we teach them how to adapt to multidiscipline and as well as how to do things independently and multiculturally. It's a must that we teach them how to adapt to different cultures, especially we are in a multi-tribe province. Fourth, act in recognition of professional, social, and ethical responsibility. This is mirrored in the program core values afterwards that we will be discussing. And fifth, preserve and promote Filipino historical and cultural heritage. So we must know the history, the real history of the Philippines and the cultural heritage, especially our own cultural heritage here in Kalinga, because that is one of the backbones of a teacher. Next, we have the program goals. For the Bachelor in Elementary Education, it aims to develop elementary school teachers who are either generalists who can teach across the different learning areas in grade school, or specific education and or preschool teachers. That's why most of the majors of the BEd are teaching in science in the elementary grades or teaching in Filipino in the elementary grades and the like. Next, the BSED or Bachelor of Secondary Education aims to develop high school teachers who can teach in one of the different learning areas in high school like mathematics, physical sciences, biological sciences, English, Filipino, and others. And the BESED or the new curriculum, the new course for the teacher education, which is the Bachelor in Early Childhood Education, aims to educate individuals to be competent early childhood practitioners working with children from 0 to 8 years old in various early childhood settings, either in home, in community, in school, or in workplace. It is aligned with the National Early Learning Framework and the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. And the first stage, which is kinder to 3. Next, we have the program core values. The program core values of the teacher education is the present progressive form of the verb teach. This communicates that teachers' commitment and passion to teach should be continuous and never complacent. So with that, a teacher must be first tactful, as you can see, Teaching. Teaching. First is tactful. A teacher should have a knack for saying the right thing at the right time without offending or being rude. So, we must keep our uh, we must keep our stand. Kung ano yung sinabi natin, dapat panindigan natin. And then, second one, empathetic. He puts himself or herself on the shoes of others, thus understanding his or her situation. We do not just judge immediately because of this, empathetic. We first think or we first ask, anong nangyari? We put ourselves on the shoes of our learners. Next, accountable. Knows that student's success or failure are greatly dependent on him or her. Let's remember, teachers, that we make or break our students. And whatever we do, somehow our students mirror that whenever they will go out to teach. Next, civil. A teacher must be civil, displays an adequate mark of courtesy and politeness befitting a citizen. Ito yung simpleng civil lang. Whatever may be, we have, meron tayong expression ng mga teachers. What you are at home, live at home. When you go to your classroom as a teacher. Whether you like it or not. Whether you feel it or not. Next, we have honest. A teacher must be honest. We should know and display that we teachers are the epitome of honesty and integrity. We must be like a sponge. We must know how to keep a secret. And we must know when to talk or not to talk. And then next, I stands for ingenious. We teachers should never be out of knowledge. We are expected to be always innovating and resourceful. And next, nation-oriented. Has a deep sense of responsibility to where the nation is led and is going. We teachers are the makers of the future. Who we are and what we are making is the future. So, we must be nation-oriented. If we want a nation to be successful, we begin with our learners. We begin with future teachers. And last one, G stands for godly. We are in a Christian school, so we must believe and practice that the ultimate source of knowledge is God. I hope as teachers of the College of Teacher Education, you will always stand by these program core values. Next, we move on to schedule. Pasensya na medyo mabilis. I'm only allowed to have 15 minutes and we are already 8 minutes. So schedule, we have divided the subjects. This is only the example. This is an example. As you can see, we have divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 subjects, which is supposed to be handled by the student in a week. Imagine, 9 subjects in a week. So kalat-kalat siguro yung utak niya. So what we did is we have divided the subjects into terms. Since in college we have preliminary, we have middle term, and we have final term. So for the preliminary term, they will be having Filipino, they will be having TLE, and education subjects. Basically, all the courses are like this. So yung mga subjects nila divided into 3, pero na schedule din. Ito yung schedule nila ng pagkuha nila ng subject. For example, itong 3 subject na ito, kukunin lang nila from September 1 up to October 9, 2020. Supposed to be, ito yung schedule ng period ng preliminary ng lahat ng subject nila. But since the schedule is capsulized, so kinompress natin. So for example, yung pagtuturo ng elementarya, 2 hours siya every day. So, for example, yung typical na schedule sana, we have 5 modules plus 1 exam in a term. Pero ang ginawa na lang natin dito, yung 5 modules na yon, ibibigay natin yung first half, yung 3 modules sa first week, and then yung 2 modules second half sa second week to be followed by preliminary exam. And then, for the midterm, ganun din. Midterm ng prelims coverage. Ito naman ang kukunin nila sa middle term. Sa middle term, midterm coverage niya. So, if you have questions on this naman, please just beep me or message me. Okay, I'll be sending my number and Ma'am Galvan's number in our group chat. Next, we have the syllabi. The syllabi, a sample syllabus has been uploaded in our group chat. Please just do back reading and review the parts. I think 2 teachers or instructors have already submitted theirs. So I hope within this week, guys, you can submit yours. And then for the assessment, we have different types of assessment. But basically, what we just want to reiterate here is that there must be 3 assessments that should be done. We should produce assessment before the lesson is given, and then as the lesson is given, to follow up if they really are understanding what they are reading, since purely modular tayo sa College of Teacher Education. And we have the final assessment, which is the unit test or quiz or whatever assessment, or essay or multiple choice type. And then we have class rules. You teachers are given the prerogative to make your class rules, since we are all entitled to our academic freedom. But we wanted again to reiterate that we are dealing with future teachers, so it is a must that we must be tough with discipline. Kung anong sinabi natin, please po, yun po yung gawin natin. Not to the point naman na maging Hitler tayo. Again, I'm repeating, teachers are epitome of integrity and honesty. Kung meron tayong makitang mag-cheat, or we have found out that there are cheaters, please be bold enough. Ito, talagang kinapitalize ko ang boldness dito. Please be bold enough to tell the students. Pero hindi naman yung kapapahiyan natin. Kausapin siya, bakit siya naging ganun? We have cases before where students really did talagang nag-cheat sila, and inamin naman nila yun because they are pressured with their parents or with their ate and kuya, family matter. What's important is we be bold and we talk to the students. We process kung ano yung ginawa nila. Hindi yung agad-agad tayo nag-judge and nagagalit na tayo agad sa kanila. Next, we have grading. So, the grading is like this. Kung anong na-compute natin sa prelims, yun na yun. For midterm grade, it's composed of 70% of the tentative midterm grade. Kung ano yung na-compute natin, kunin natin yung 70% noon plus 30% of prelim grade. And then, we have for final grade, 70% of tentative final grade. Yung na-compute natin, kunin ng 70% noon plus 30% of the midterm grade. And then, malapit na tayo sa katapusan. Course file. The course file is what you are required to pass at the end of the semester. Ibig sabihin, you need to pass this one in January at the end of the semester. Course file, or at the end of your course. Kung sa prelims ka lang nagturo, ibigay mo to, ipass mo to sa department. It's composed of syllabi, your class record, your modules, your checked answer sheets to be given back to them or to be kept for exhibit sa accreditation, and then sample submitted portfolios if available, and then documentation of activities if applicable. Itong documentation of activities lang naman is, for example, nagpa-demo ka, yun, dapat merong documentation. And then sample narrative about the course taught. The narrative is short reflection about the learning from, realization of, or suggestion of the teacher to the subject they have taught. So, sarili mo ito, narrative mo and reflection mo about how you taught, and we also need your evaluation or your suggestion. The course file must be compiled in a folder with labels and cover page for each part, and must be passed on the date approved by the head of the department.